Hey, what's up, y'all? If you're tuned in, you tuned in to another episode of that Unbagging. Today's a different kind of one. We're just kind of doing some other stuff. I wanted to help come out with this. This is Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. But this is actually 2 years. I've been doing this vlog for 2 years now, and it's had its highs, it's had its lows. You know, you saw my views, you saw the views go from. But before we get into all that, I always forget about my little cadence. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you be notified every time I drop something new. And I usually drop new stuff, but now I'm starting to get into it a little more. I've been doing the cooking thing, I've been doing the food thing, and now we're, you know, and I'm just kind of doing a spoken word thing because I kind of got a lot on my mind about stuff, you know. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world today, you know what I mean? And I'm talking, you know, drugs, depression, male depression. You might see me posting stuff on Instagram like, you know, it might have been easier a few years back to get through stuff if we had somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? A lot of times we don't have a lot of people to talk to, so it makes it harder. And I mean, and this goes for everybody. This goes for everybody. I mean, kids, your kids, your parents, your uncles, your aunts, your friends, your best friends. You know, I got a lot of friends that are kind of gone on that junk, and I got people that are real close to me that are real gone on that junk. So it makes it more sad for me because, I mean, it's sad for everybody also. So it's a harder way of dealing with things, you know. People have a way of actually like reaching out for help, but not reaching out for help, if that makes sense. Like I have kids, you know, and you know, they'll dance around the fact if they need help or if they need whatever. But you know what? It doesn't matter to me because I'll be there to help them. But there's people that just can't ask for help, you know. And you know, the sad thing about it is we're watching a society just go down the hill so bad. It just seems like there's so open places, so horrible places. Like the other day we drove through downtown Denver, you know, because that's where I'm from, Denver. You know, and it's just blocks filled with people. And you know, they're out hustling. You're either hustling or you're becoming a statistic. And so, you know, and a lot of those people, I'm pretty sure don't ask for help, can't ask for help, don't have anybody to help them. I keep getting bit up by mosquitoes out here. So it's harder for everybody, man. I mean, this was supposed to be like a happy vlog, like a birthday vlog, 2-year birthday vlog for the Unbagging show, but I mean, this kind of took a turn just for me to get shit off my chest, you know? What do you do? What do you do in situations like this? Do you try to save someone, or do they save themselves? I just don't understand anything anymore. It's harder and harder every day to have to deal with it. I mean, me myself, I pulled myself out of a hole, you know. Little stories like that, like if you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're listening to me talk, you heard me talk before about how I was in the struggle, how I was smoking crack. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I never did really meth or anything like that, but I was smoking a lot of crack. I was drinking, like I would wake up, get a 40 ounce at like 10 o'clock in the morning, try to figure out how I'm gonna get that money to smoke that crack later, and if it was earlier or at night, but it always happened. It's just a disgusting part of my life, and anybody that I did wrong and I fucked over or whatever, hey, if you're watching this, I apologize, man. That was a totally different person than I am today. it's hard, and I'll admit to my mistakes. That's one of my biggest mistakes ever. It was doing drugs, you know, putting my parents through this type of thing, you know. I don't know if, see, because I wasn't too, my pops passed away when I want to say it was 2003. I think I was like 20 something. So it's like, I really wasn't in them drugs yet, but after he died, I kind of fell into it a little more. You know, it kind of, depression got to me. I didn't know who to talk to. You know what I mean? I didn't know who to turn to. All I knew was 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 a day. Let's smoke this. You know? And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But I'm man enough to admit it today that I'm not that person, you know? I work hard enough to not deal with that type of stuff. And you know, I'm dealing with stuff right now. I deal with all kinds of stuff. You know, I work, I get jobs, background check comes back, guess what? Bye-bye. And people don't want to hire me because of it sometimes. And it's just dumb. And it's hard to work with, and it's hard to get going. But you got to stay healthy. You got to stay on that grind. You got to stay straight. And that's the rough thing about it, is having to stay on your 2 feet. You know what I mean? Having to stay on your 2 feet and do what you got to do. That being an adult is probably one of the hardest things I think I ever did. And it's just like that thing on the internet you read. What was the one thing that like they told you about growing up? And it's like, doing all this stuff, it's rough. It is rough. You know, being an adult, pay your bills every month, you know. I like it. I don't care, to be honest with you. I pay my bills. My bills are paid. My rent's paid. Stuff's paid. But you know what? I'm broke. I don't care. You know, it's cool with me. You know, and you know, just getting back on your feet, and thank God for people that have, you know, had my back throughout this time, you know, my brother, my mom, people like that, you know. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes you got to get kind of quiet and just kind of disappear and follow into your family's love and kind of just embrace that and, you know, take advantage and not granted. You know what I mean? Just, you know, if you got people that look out for you and love you, hey man, take care of that, stand by that. That's probably one of the best things you can do. All that type of stuff, you know, like I said, this was just supposed to be like a happy vlog, whatever, about my 2-year anniversary, but I wanted to let some stuff out, know about drugs and about people with depression and stuff like that. And if you know somebody dealing with depression or dealing with any type of substance abuse problems, you know what I mean? Don't shun them. Don't be a dickhead. You know what I mean? At least, you know what I mean? Reach out to them, help them. You know, as far as them letting you know as far as they're into it, hey, that's on them. You know what I mean? You could only take somebody for face value and for what they're worth. You know, for what they tell you, the word, and that's it. Oh, yeah. You know, good luck with all that if anybody's dealing with anything like that. But to get truthful with everything, let's get this unbagging back on, man, and start filming again. Start doing some tacos. Start doing some other stuff. You know me, big taco head. You know, I'll do Taco Bell all day. But yeah, let's get back into it. I just want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday, Unbagging. You brought me this far, and we're gonna go nowhere but further, baby. But like I haven't, if you haven't yet, and if you're new to my channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and you hit that little bell so you'll be notified every time I drop something new. And I'd be dropping new stuff, you know what I mean? And it'll either be a spoken word or a food, but you know what I mean? Make sure you love it. I'm here for you. Unbagging. You can find me on all the socials, Instagram. They'll all be in the taglines. Everything will be there for you to catch up to. If you're liking this beat that's playing right now, it's my boy Spookie T. You can find him at Spookie T Beats 303, and you can find him on pretty much all the socials. Spookie T. I'll have his tagline in there also. You know, like I said, if you know anybody dealing with anything like that, suicidal thoughts, you know, depression, drug addiction, you know what I mean? You know, it's not your responsibility to change them, but it could be your responsibility and life-changing if you help them. But word up, y'all. I want to thank you for spending a little bit of time with me today. Until we see each other again, y'all know what to do. Be safe, baby.